Hi there. It's April the 27th. We continue our journey through Luke's Good News, and we're in Luke chapter 23, reading from verses 13 to 43. So here we are right in the thick of the judgment and of the crucifixion of Jesus. Pilate, who has Jesus brought before him, who's returned from Herod, he now has to make a judgment. And so he wants to be able to do the right thing. After all, he is the Roman governor. He does have laws to work under. And he says, I don't find any cause to kill this man. Under Roman law, he hasn't done anything to infringe the law. The religious leaders, of course, believe that he has blasphemed against God and therefore is worthy of death, and they want the death penalty. Pilate offers them another hostage, or he offers them another option, and they say, let me release him to you, because I release someone at the Passover feast usually. And they say, no, release Barabbas to us, release an insurrectionist, release a zealot to us. But Jesus, and Pilate says, what shall I do with him? They say, crucify him, crucify him. It must have been horrific to hear the whole crowd shouting out in one voice, crucify him, crucify him. And Pilate is rocked by this. And even though he is saying that there's nothing here worthy of death, the people push for this to happen. The people's choice is for Jesus to die. This is the frightening and terrible thing. The Pilate yields and he gives in, and he gives him over to their will, and they take him out to be crucified. They put his cross on the back of a man from Cyrene in North Africa called Simon, who carries it for a while and takes it out to the place that in Greek are called cranion, the cranium, the skull, Golgotha in Aramaic or in Hebrew. And there they crucify him. And as they're crucifying him, Jesus says to his Father, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. And then he's mocked cruelly by those who come alongside the cross. And they shout out to him, Jesus, you could save others, but you can't save yourself. This terrible cry, Jesus, save yourself. What a temptation that must have been for Jesus, but he knew that he had to go through this for the salvation of the world. And then also there's this amazing interaction between the thieves on the cross, the malefactors either side of him, the one who derides him and the other one who says, be quiet, don't you know we're getting what we deserve, but this man's done nothing to deserve death. And Jesus at this point, when he cries out to him, Jesus says to him, today you will be with me in paradise. That word's very interesting. The word paradise we sometimes have interpreted as being heaven up there. But actually paradise in Hebrew is Gan Eden, means the Garden of Eden. And paradise itself was taken from a Persian idea of being a garden. Jesus is saying, today you are going to be with me in a better place. Today you're going to be with me in the Garden of Eden, in the restoration of all things. I am breaking through here. I am bringing my kingdom about. It's fearful and awful what Jesus goes through, agonizing, terrible, torturous death. But the power of God is visible in here because Jesus promises to this sinner, to this man who is receiving this punishment from the Romans. He says to him, today you will be with me when I come into the presence of God. What an amazing fact that through his death Jesus has made a way for us into the very presence of God, into that place where we come close into his presence, where we have relationship renewed between us and the one who made us and designed us. Have a very good April 27th.